So we're going to have another go at another video. We might actually do 2 in 2 weeks. I know. Actually doing videos. Last video we were playing around with the Ford, with the case. This video we are going to play around with the Ford. Assuming she starts. Going to go try and get a bit of edge cutting done. But before we go, we have a few little jobs to do. One of which I've only just discovered and definitely need to look at that. I appear to have a bit of a patch of oil underneath the edge cutter. So, need to figure out what the hell's going on with that. That's a new thing. Flails, they are sort of sharp, but I just want to give them a bit of a brighten up. I think I'm going to just sit them with a flat disc and just put a nice good edge on them. Get them ready to go. And the other job, we have something to do inside. So, hang on, if we go. It always has a nice smell in here. Basically, last time I was out with it, these controls were just a little bit, they weren't just very positive. Am I going to get that off with how I've got that set up? Might end up being a bigger job. Might have to take me nice padded armrest off. But basically, these switches are a very mechanical switch. They've got like a contact on them. They're not proportional. Might as well explain that. Proportional controls. So basically, like a proportional control, the more you move the lever, the faster the sort of RAM reacts. These aren't. These are just an on-off switch. Hence the reason you call it a tap box, is to try and get sort of small controls. You sort of flicker them, whereas if you want to just sort of like lift it off, you just hold it. If that makes any sense to anybody. So it's a bit fresh up here. First thing to do, we'll get the grinder out and hit them flails and make them look a bit brighter. Do you like the view over her bonnet? Oh, crap everywhere. Right, so go get the angry grinder out. So we've got a little bit of progress. Didn't bother showing you this because, well, you can't hear me talk anyway. I know people are probably going to tell me I've done it the wrong way, but I've done it my way, and I've done what I've achieved with the flails, what I wanted to achieve with them. So in my eyes, I've done it right for what I wanted. So seen them before, so we've just brightened them up on that edge. So the profile's not far wrong. So it's just brightened up on that edge and just put a nice sharp edge down there, ready for going on the edge. So we've done it with one of these types of discs. Yeah, that one is getting tired, but it's done for what I needed to do. Like I say, I wasn't trying to reprofile them or anything, because they do, and especially if you're doing them with those type of discs, you can end up with a bevel on here, so that basically you've got that point there contacting the top of the edge, which can cause like the top where you've cut to splay. So that, I think, is all right on that angle. I just wanted to get it nice and sharp on the actual point, the actual bit that hits the hedge. So hopefully I get a nice clean cut on it. That's the plan anyway. That's all done. She's all greased up. Yeah. With these edge cutters, anybody that's sort of new to them, likes your arm and all that, once a couple of times, well, if you're going out every day with it, certainly wants to do it once, if not a couple of times a week, you know, all your points here. But these in here are your important ones. obviously check your machine, the book on your machine, so you know, because they all have different ideas. But certainly with McConnell's, you at least want to grease your rotor bearings every day to make sure that well, they don't crap themselves, because that's never a good thing. I've been wearing gloves while doing it. I've also got me funky glasses, so still need to have a look at that oil leak. I'll have a look at that when we fire her up. Do need to remove those bits. Although got away pretty lucky through the storms, we didn't get away entirely free. You can see up there, that's broke. And to be fair, the bit above isn't. Oh, who knows about that? I think that might have been flapping in it as well. But in the grand scheme of things, compared to other people, the shed roof is still on. We've lost one little sheet there and a couple of boards, which, I mean, to be fair. Oh, glasses. Me glasses. I could put my glasses somewhere safe. Oh, what's the bet? And I leave them there and I haven't got them on next time I need them. Yeah, like these boards are kind of a little bit on the side, so it's hardly surprising that the store managed to remove them. Those are just some sheets that are stored there that they've obviously moved a little bit, and not the end of the world. So yeah, quite lucky on the storm damage. This is actually since storms, this would be the first time I've been up here, like, so it's the first time I've seen. Just need to make sure I remove bits, because don't think I want that in the tyre somehow. I'll go stick him on a bonfire in a minute. I'm sure he's got a bonfire going, actually. So next job, we'll have a go in the cab. I will actually video this, because this might actually be of interest to people. That's just a grinding. If you're messing around with gear like this, you should know how to use a grinder. All right, it's just maybe everyone's happy for. Well, some people are happy for tips on how to do these. Greasing's obvious. If it's got a nipple on it, grease it. Trying to make a video that's, you know, a bit more informative than the last one. Apparently the last one I didn't show anything really on it, and it was a waste of time. Oh, you've got to love a keyboard warrior. Yeah, it's kind of the first time I've videoed that project. It's an ongoing project. What do you want me to show? I'm moving hardcore from a place to another place to make something. Do I get into that or not? You know what? The person's a moron, so no. Leave them to it. You know. I know a lot of you guys, they enjoy watching the videos, you know, not even just guys that comment, there's guys that speak to, they really enjoy watching the videos and all that. Sounds, come and watch them. That's why I do them. It's a hobby for me. I enjoy doing the videos. And I really like it, hearing it when people turn around and say how much they do enjoy them, and, you know, there's nothing left in that. Not really. It sounds more like a fart that needs checking. Back boiler out of something. Scrap. We've got Skip coming here, Lord. Clean up and tidy up and sorted. Right. You should join me in the cab. We're going to pull things apart. Right, so we're in the cab now. Am I going to get away with that? Or am I going to have to I'm going to have to do it because that's going to do my head in, probably everyone else's head in. Compressor got on my seat then for a second. That battery doesn't look very good. She ain't going to fire up in a hurry. No, she hasn't been started in a while, so it's my own fault. So, what we need to do is, first of all, get this top off. I'm going to share with you, I'm not sponsored for the channel or anything like that. If they'd like to be, sound. Sealy Tools. Lovely little set. I've actually got 2 of these, believe it or not. They're that good, I bought a second one. So these are like a little 20 quid set. You can get them off Amazon. Like I said, Sealy Tools. Go have a look. But you've got all your sockets up to 13mm. All your little bits. Yes, I've missed a couple. I'll have to refine them. I've also had it out in the wet somewhere. My tools do get some abuse. A couple of little extension bars. Little wobble. But the other thing with it, fortunately, Mr. Trick, you can't do the same. You can't put the sockets on there, but you can put the bits in there, which is really good. Yeah, I've also been beating the living crap out of that because, you know, every tool's a hammer. Only a little hammer. But yeah, no, I use this set a hell of a lot. It is such a handy little set to have. So yeah, you're looking for a Christmas idea for somebody, or if somebody's mithering you for a Christmas idea. Sealy, well, it's Sengel, but it's like Sealy's premium range stuff. Little handy set. Handy enough to slat in the cab with you. It's amazing how much you'll use it when you've got it, I promise you. So, there's my little bit of Christmas advice for anyone. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull that off. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Right, join me in a second. Okay, we've done it a different way. Took the 4 screws out from underneath it. That's where this at. Hang on. This seems to come in handy because couldn't get the screwdriver in that back corner. Dead easy with that. This is what I mean, it's just a handy little set. So, now, very carefully. Oh, crap. Very carefully because I didn't want to do something like that. Pull a wire off the board. Back on there. Right. Okay. Looks frightening. It's really not. All we're interested in is these bits here. So that's what makes the contact. That little bar pushes against that. See there, makes the contact. But obviously the focus, those bits in there don't always make a good contact. So what we're going to do, a little bit of emery tape, give them a bit of a clean up, so they should make perfect contact every time, and it means it'll do what I want it to do when I ask it to do it. That's it, really. It's that simple. So like anybody with one of these type of boxes, if you're finding that, you know, it doesn't always do what you want it to do, that's probably the reason. It is dead easy. 4 screws, lift it up, watch the wires come out of the way, and just a bit of emery tape on them contacts, and it should be like new again. Hoping you can see what I'm doing here. So we've done top ones, so like I say, you do need to be careful you don't Very disturbing wires. And my brother appears to be trying to call me. Just a very simple, delicate job. But it's amazing how much of an improvement it'll make on it. As much as these controls, they're not the most user-friendly of all the varying control options. Like I say, you've got no proportional controls, they are just on-off control, but at the same time they are such simple controls. Must remember to put that wire back on when I'm done. You know, you can actually maintain them, look after them and keep them in good order. I mean, there's nothing stopping me converting. I mean, theoretically, if I wanted, I could convert it onto the latest type of is it evolution or revolution controls. I'm not going to, because it would be very, very expensive. It would to do it would certainly be considerably more than what I paid for the hedge cutter, and I could probably get a hedge cutter on some form of proportional controls for what it would cost me to convert this to proportional controls, unless I could find like used parts somewhere, but even they will be still relatively expensive. Have you got, no, you've gone above it. Where it gets fiddly down in the bottom of the box. Right. In you go. In you go. Oh, why have I got an itchy nose at this point? Why do you always get an itchy? I'm gonna have to itch it. Probably wouldn't itch so much if it didn't have face fuzz. I know there are plenty of people that hate these boxes and consider them to be absolute crap. Mate, I quite like the simplicity of it. Yes, okay, not gonna lie, they are not the most user friendly, and you probably do have to concentrate that little bit harder to make a half decent job. But they are simple, and I would take this over levers any day. I'm not a fan of levers. Really not a fan of levers. They're the proper hydraulic cable types. Nah. What I started on. Right. That's all that done. Saying, how long's that taken? A little bugger back in there. Right. Just close the box back up now. So they're just quarter turns on these. They're not not screw-in screws. If that makes any sense. And that would be it done, is it not for the fact that I'd mounted that just that little bit too far forwards. Just literally is. Like 5-10 mil too far forwards. Probably can't, yeah, you won't be able to see what I'm doing here, but just putting the screws that hold the box to the plate back in. Need to be ridiculously tight. It's only going into plastic. That's him. Box back in. And hopefully that'll be better. Or at least less worse. I think that's floating. I don't know. Never used it. Anyway, that's the box sorted. She needs a bit of oil in the back end. Need to check her over. Get the van up here, fire her up, and I'll go have a go at some bits. What do you think?